Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Chapter 4, promoting mental and emotional health. Promoting mental and emotional health. Mental and emotional health and well-being. What does it mean to be mentally and emotionally healthy? What does it mean to be mentally and emotionally healthy? Mental and emotionally healthy. Okay? After studying this lesson, you will be able to recognize the characteristics of mental and emotional health. Explain how mental and emotional health are a continuum. There's that word again, continuum. What does continuum mean? Somebody, continuum. Right. There's no extreme low and there's no extreme high. It's always in the middle somewhere. Okay? We'll get to that explanation here in just a second. Identify factors affecting mental and emotional health and assess your own mental and emotional health. Okay? What are mental and emotional health? Mental health, how you observe and interpret information. Does everybody understand those words? Okay? Observe and interpret information. Okay? So I'm going to write some things, I'm going to highlight some things here. Right? Observe and interpret. Okay? I want you to write this word. Okay? Okay? Here. Observe, interpret. Okay? Write those two words down. Those are in your definitions. Observe and interpret. How you see things. When somebody says something to you, how do you interpret? What is one thing that's interpreted? Right? Religion. Religion is one thing that we interpret. Somebody might read it and see it one way. Somebody else might read it and see it another way. Okay? That is the difference. That's how we interpret things. Everybody has their own opinion about it. Okay? Affects how you make decisions, solve problems, and examine situations. Okay? Emotional health, how you express yourself and your thoughts and feelings, includes your emotions, moods, feelings about yourself, and the way of viewing the world. Observe and interpret. Do y'all ever realize now that we can't say anything to anybody without them being sensitive? Everybody's sensitive. Everybody, you got to bite your lip off to not say anything to people. Oh, I took it the wrong way. Well, he said this to me. He didn't identify me. Everybody. Okay? How you express yourself, your thoughts and feelings. Emotional. Okay? Emotional. How you express yourself, your thoughts, and your feelings. Okay? Thoughts and feelings. That's emotional. Includes your emotions, moods, feelings about yourself, and the way you're viewing the world. You should wake up every day and say, I'm going to conquer the world. When I was in business for myself, people hated Monday. I love Monday. You know why? Because Monday I get to make more money. I can't make no money on the weekend, but Monday I can make more money. I love Monday morning. express yourself, thoughts and feelings, how you feel the world, your mood. Your mood is important. You have to choose to be happy. Regardless of the situation, you have to choose to be happy. Okay? Now, there's some things I want to say to you, but I'm videoing right now, so I'll say them to you after our video. Okay? We good on this? Moving on. Benefits of positive and mental emotion. Okay? You should look at these and you should take an evaluation of yourself and see if these are you. Able to work productively in school or in a career or job. These are benefits. Oops, snap. These are benefits, right, of a positive mental, right? Benefits being the most important. Able to work productively in a school and career. Feel successful and content. Able to cope with minor and major stresses. Work through difficult situations and know when to ask for help. Make meaningful contributions to family, school, and community. Stop. Does everybody check each one of these boxes? Look at that. Does everybody check each one of these boxes? I want you to look at it and ask yourself honestly. Now, feel successful and content? Able to work productively in school? How many of you feel successful? Not necessarily in your career because you don't have one yet. But where you are in school right now, where you are in life right now, do you feel successful? Do you feel like you're accomplishing what you want to accomplish right now? As a, what are y'all, sophomores? Right? Juniors? Sophomore? So y'all are 15? 16? Okay, 15, 16. Yeah, same thing. Right? You feel accomplished? Do you feel comfortable with where you are right now? Not necessarily anything having to do with your parents, something that's not out of your control. Not in your control. Right now with you. Do you feel comfortable with you right now? That's a great mental health. Do you feel comfortable with where you are? Right. No. He says no. Okay? So you need to correct that. By any means necessary, because you can't have great mental health. You have to feel comfortable with where you are. That makes a difference in your life. You have to be comfortable with your, you ever see people who are 35, 36, and they, not necessarily they just came to this country or anything like that, but they were born and raised here and they work at a job that is less than what an adult at 35 years old would be doing? They're not very happy, are they? You comfortable? Right. You know why? You know how I know you're comfortable? Because you look comfortable when you come into the classroom. You look like you're satisfied with where you are as a 18. Okay? You look like you're satisfied with who you are when you come in. There are people, they look like it. But let me tell you this. Other people that are not, they hate you. Other people that are not satisfied with where they are in life, they dislike you. You know why? Mediocre people hate high achievers. High achievers hate mediocre people. Watch that down the line. As you keep going in life, watch that. Remember that. Mediocre people dislike high achievers. High achievers dislike mediocre people. When you're comfortable where you are, that is a great mental health. This is just a recap of okay? Successful and content, being appreciated, being recognized for one's hard work. People like being recognized for their hard work. I'm good at that. I'm good at saying you did a great job. But I'm also good at saying that was terrible. And I'll tell you, that was terrible. Now, either you're going to take that was terrible and you're going to say, you know what? Let me up my game. Or you're going to tuck your tail and run. There's no room in this world for weak people. No room. That world out there outside these walls of TJ will eat you up and spit you out. That's it. Here we go. Mental and emotional health continuum. Here's that word again. Continuum, right? So here's what we need to be jotting down here, right? Continuum. Neither all good nor all bad, but somewhere in between. Neither all good, that is continuum. Get that in your head. Remember that, continuum. We keep seeing that word. It's going to show up somewhere on your test. Can be improved by taking certain actions impacted by mental health conditions, patterns of thinking and feeling that decrease mental health and emotional health. Mental distress, short-term mental and emotional state in which negative thoughts and feelings impair relationships, daily tasks, and enjoyment of life. Mental distress. Life is a continuum. Life is a continuum. Why is life a continuum? Look at the definition. Why is life a continuum? Like good? Life. L-I-F-E. Why is life a continuum? Why? Because every day, you don't wake up happy every day, do you? Right. But you don't wake up low every day, do you? Mad every day, do you? Right. You're always swinging the pendulum somewhere in the middle. Okay? You don't wake up every day happy, right? But you make the best of it. You say, tomorrow, I'm going to wake up. It's going to be better. Right? I gave a bunch of zeros today for not having no homework, right? That ain't the end of the class, though, is it? Some of you are going to bounce back, right? Hopefully all of you bounce back. It's not the end of the day. When you go to college, listen to me, you are going to fail some test. It just happens like that. That don't mean you quit, does it? Right? I mean, you quit? Yeah. Okay? Here we go. Keep moving. Mental health conditions, patterns of thinking and feeling, decreased mental and emotional health. Okay? Factors affecting mental and emotional health. So now, you got somebody to blame this on, right? You have somebody to blame this on. Somebody in here. What is genetics? What is genetics?
Genetics is ability to see the good in a situation.
But what is genetics? Traits you get from your parents, your grandparents, anybody that you physically came from. DNA, right? That is your genetics. If you have some mental problems, it could be because your grandparents had a mental problem and nobody diagnosed it. Your parents have a mental problem and you don't see it because you're used to seeing them every day and you think that that's just the way they act. Sometimes you can get those from people. It's just the way it goes. Genetics. Okay? Upbringing and experiences. What is your upbringing? What is your upbringing? What's your upbringing? How you were raised. Your parents, how they raised you. Right? Go to school, do right, that kind of thing, right? Those have a big effect on your mental. Okay? Environment, where you grew up. Did you grow up in a violent neighborhood? Did you grow up in a violent home? Any of those. Environment. Okay? Social media and technology, that has a big to do with you guys because you're of the social media era. Okay? Patterns of thinking. Okay? I don't know how to put the, let me ask, well, I'll ask it later. Okay? Where would you place yourself? On this screen, on this here, where would you place yourself? Okay? Assessing mental and emotional health. Okay? All right, here we go. Here are your questions. What are thoughts and feelings that decrease your mental and emotional health? Mental health conditions. What is the most basic level of Maslow's hierarchy of human needs? Physical needs. What are unhealthy patterns of thinking that are often not grounded in reality? Cognitive distortions. Okay? You need to know those. All right, that is the end of 4.1. Arrange your notes in the way you would study them. Remember, one of your tests will be an open note test. Open note tests are often more difficult than others.